Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you something. Who told you that you have to be successful? Who planted that seed in your mind that unless you're constantly climbing, grinding, proving, achieving, you're somehow falling behind society, school, social media? Somewhere along the way, success stopped being a dream and started feeling like an obligation, a burden we carry on our backs even when we don't know where we're headed. And I'm here to tell you, that's not how it's supposed to be. Success is not your duty, it's your dream. See, there's a huge difference. When success is a duty, it feels like pressure. It feels like a never-ending to-do list written by someone else. You wake up every day asking, am I doing enough? Am I far enough? You measure your worth against timelines, job titles, follower counts, and no matter what you achieve, it never feels like enough. Because it wasn't born from you. It was assigned to you, expected from you. And that's why it feels so damn heavy. But when success is your dream, it comes alive, it has breath, it has meaning. It fuels you, not drains you. You're not climbing a ladder because someone told you to. You're carving a path because it excites your soul. You're creating something that matters to you. And that difference, that changes everything. Your version of success might not make sense to anyone else. And that's exactly the point. Because you're not here to live someone else's blueprint. You're not a replica. You're not an answer sheet waiting to be graded. You're a force, and your success is whatever makes you feel alive, fulfilled, and proud of who you're becoming. Maybe it's building an empire. Maybe it's building a quiet, peaceful life. Maybe it's helping people, creating art, starting over at 40, traveling the world, or staying rooted in one place and raising a family. Whatever it is, let it be yours. And here's the best part. Your dream is allowed to evolve. You're allowed to change direction. You're allowed to grow into new definitions of success as you grow into new versions of yourself. That's not weakness. That's wisdom. That's power. The goal isn't to chase the same dream forever. It's to stay aligned with your truth every step of the way. So stop grinding out of guilt. Stop chasing someone else's dream. You don't owe the world your success. You owe yourself the chance to live the life that feels right. This isn't about obligation. This is about ownership. This is about saying, I choose this life. I choose this dream. And I'm going to fight for it, not because I have to, but because it's mine. Success is not your duty. It's your dream. So stop carrying it like a weight. Start treating it like a fire. Fan the flames. Live, love, live, real. And don't let anyone tell you what your life is supposed to look like. Only you know that. Only you can make it real. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, let me ask you a question that cuts deeper than most people are willing to go. Who told you that success is something you owe to the world? Who convinced you that you have to hit certain milestones, earn a specific income, or live a life that checks all the boxes in order to be considered worthy? Somewhere along the line, we stopped dreaming for ourselves and started performing for everyone else. We took the word success and allowed the world to twist it into a burden, a scoreboard, a duty. But I'm here to break that chain. I'm here to tell you something that might just free your soul. Success is not your duty. It's your dream. That means you don't owe anyone a damn thing. Not your parents, not society, not your followers, not your past self. You don't have to earn love, respect, or validation through hustle. You were born worthy, and success, it's not some crown that others place on your head when you've finally proven enough. It's the fire you light in your own heart. It's the vision that keeps you up at night, not because you're anxious, but because you're alive with possibility. When success is treated like a duty, it becomes a weight. You wake up already tired, you work with clenched teeth and a crowded mind. You start measuring your life by productivity instead of passion. You chase goals you didn't choose. You celebrate wins that don't move you. And one day you look around and realize you're running fast but in the wrong direction. But when success comes from a dream, your dream, it ignites something else entirely. It doesn't drain you, it drives you. It's not about status, it's about substance. You stop running to prove something and start building what matters. You don't feel pressure to be perfect, you feel purpose in becoming better. You take ownership. You start saying, this is my life and I get to define what success looks like for me. And maybe your dream doesn't look flashy to the world. Maybe it doesn't fit on a resume. Maybe it's not impressive to anyone but you. That's okay, because you're the one who has to wake up and live with it every day. And if it lights you up, that's enough. That's more than enough. Maybe your dream is freedom, peace, time, joy, love, impact. Don't you dare let someone else's version of success rob you of your own. And let's be honest, your dream will evolve. It should. Growth demands that we adapt. The dream you had at 20 might not be the dream that drives you at 40. That's not failure. That's maturity. That's power. You're not supposed to stay the same. You're supposed to grow, to question, to realign. That's how real success is built, on awareness, not autopilot. So stop dragging yourself through life like it's some chore to complete. You're not here to suffer your way to the top. You're here to create, to imagine, to live with intention. You don't chase success out of pressure. You pursue it out of passion, out of purpose, out of a deep soul level truth that says I was made for more. Not because I'm not enough now, but because I know what I'm capable of becoming. This is your dream. Make it real. Make it loud. Make it yours. Because success is not your duty, it's your dream. And it's time to stop surviving your life and start living it. Thank you. You don't owe the world your success. You don't owe it to anyone to be impressive. You don't have to prove your worth through achievements, titles, or public applause. And yet, so many people live their lives like they're on a stage, relationship, constantly performing for an audience that never claps loud enough. They chase goals they didn't choose, live by rules they didn't write, and spend every ounce of energy trying to meet expectations that don't reflect who they really are. But let me tell you something powerful. You don't owe them anything. Not society, not tradition, not your past, not even the version of you from 5 years ago who thought they had it all figured out. The only person you owe anything to is yourself. You owe yourself honesty. You owe yourself the right to change your mind, to start over, to chase something wild that makes sense only to you. You owe yourself the permission to slow down, to breathe, relationship, to step away from the noise and reconnect with what actually matters in your heart. You owe yourself the freedom to create a life that feels like home, not one that simply looks good from the outside. Success isn't about being liked. It's not about being accepted. It's about being aligned with your values, with your truth, with your unique vision for your life. You were not born to fulfill someone else's checklist. You were not put on this earth to meet quotas of approval. That's not living, that's performing. And performance will leave you empty. But purpose will fill you up. Purpose comes when you look inward and ask, what do I want? What do I believe is worth building? That's the real work. That's the real success. And it doesn't require anyone else's permission or applause. The world will always have an opinion. Let them watch. Let them misunderstand. Let them talk. But don't let them steer your life. You don't need to justify your dreams. You don't need to defend your definition of success. Because when your heart is in it, when your pursuit is real, that's enough. And deep down, you already know what you're chasing. It's not money, it's not clout, it's not likes. It's that feeling of waking up and knowing you're doing something matters to you. That's you owe yourself, not perfection, not a performance, but truth, alignment, purpose, freedom. So don't carry the weight of other people's opinions on your shoulders. Put that down. Stand up straight. Look yourself in the mirror and say, I'm not doing this for them. I'm doing this for me. Because when it's real, when it's yours, that is success. And that's the only kind worth chasing. We spend so much of our lives focused on the destination that we forget where the real magic happens. We chase after some imagined version of success that always seems to be one step ahead of us, just one more accomplishment, one more promotion, one more round of applause away. But when you finally reach that place, when you grab the trophy, when you check the box, what you'll realize is this: it was never about the goal. It was never about the finish line. It was about who you became along the way. Because the journey is the reward. It's easy to look at someone who's made it and think their success is defined by what they have, the money, the title, the lifestyle. But what you don't see are the late nights they spent doubting themselves, the early mornings they showed up even when no one believed in them, the setbacks they turned into lessons, and the 1,000 quiet decisions they made when no one was watching. That process, that grit, is what forged them. And that's what you take with you when everything else fades. We get so caught up in arriving that we miss the life happening right in front of us. We forget that every hard conversation, every failure, every breakthrough, every tiny step forward is the experience we came for. That's where the transformation happens. That's where confidence is built. That's where character is born. The moment you stop seeing the path as a burden and start recognizing it as the real prize, everything shifts. You begin to embrace the struggle instead of resisting it. You find peace in progress. You begin to see that the climb, the challenge, the growth, it's not in the way, it is the way. Because here's the truth: success isn't a place you arrive at, it's a state of being. It's the pride you feel when you show up for yourself even when it's hard. It's the fire you build by doing things that stretch you. It's the resilience you earn when things fall apart and you keep going anyway. No title, no paycheck, no applause can replace the strength, clarity, and self-respect that come from walking your path fully present, fully committed. If all you care about is the destination, you'll rush through life and miss the point. But when you fall in love with the process, when you learn to value the grind, the lessons, the setbacks, the small wins, then you've already won. Because that version of you who kept going, who grew through every high and low, who stayed in it not just for the result, but for the meaning behind it, that version of you is the real reward. So stop waiting for the moment when everything feels perfect. Stop thinking you'll be happy when you get there. You're already in it. This is it. This messy, beautiful, unpredictable journey you're on, that is the success. That is the gift. You don't need to arrive to be proud of who you are. You just need to keep going with your heart in it, your eyes open, and your feet grounded in the truth that every step you take is already enough. One of the greatest lies we're ever sold is that success has one definition. That it looks a certain way, follows a certain path and comes with a certain checklist: graduate from the right school, get the right job, earn a six-figure salary, buy the house, drive the car, retire comfortably. But what if that version of success doesn't light you up inside? What if that path makes you feel numb, stuck, disconnected from who you really are? Here's the truth that most people forget or are too afraid to accept. You are free to define what success means to you. And even more than that, you are free to change your definition anytime you grow beyond it. Success is not a static thing. It's not carved into stone when you're 18 or 20, 5 and locked in forever. You are not a prisoner of your younger self's dreams. You are allowed to evolve. What mattered to you 5 years ago might not hold any meaning today. And that doesn't mean you failed. It means you've grown. You're not supposed to stay the same. You're supposed to outgrow goals. You're supposed to learn more about yourself, shed old layers, let go of paths that no longer serve you, and choose again on purpose. The world will try to guilt you for changing. They'll say you're giving up. They'll say you're being inconsistent. But it's not weakness to pivot. It takes strength to say, this doesn't fit me anymore. I've changed, and my life should reflect that. Don't let other people's fear of change trap you in a version of life that no longer feels like your own. Your job is not to be predictable. Your job is to be real. Defining your own success means asking hard questions. It means tuning out the noise and turning up your inner voice. It means choosing peace over pressure, meaning over appearance, and joy over obligation. It means realizing that success might look like building something huge, or it might look like walking away from something that once defined you. Both are valid. Both are powerful. Both are yours to claim. And when you realize that success is not a finish line, but a reflection of who you are right now and what matters to you most at this stage in your life, you unlock a new level of freedom. You stop living for approval. You stop chasing things that don't align with your soul. You start creating a life that's rooted in truth. And that truth will evolve because you will evolve. So take the pressure off. Let go of the need to get it all right the first time. Life isn't about locking the perfect plan. It's about living boldly enough to change the plan when your heart changes. It's about redefining success not once, but as many times as you need to until your life feels like it's truly yours. That's not failure, that's mastery. That's what it means to be alive. You are free to define, free to redefine, free to pursue a version of success that looks nothing like what you once wanted and everything like what you need now. Own that power. Use it. That's what success is really about. So now I want you to take a deep breath and really hear this. Success was never meant to be a burden you carry. It was meant to be a vision you build. It's not some external trophy handed out for meeting society's standards. It's an internal fire, a dream that comes from you, your values, your passions, your truth. You are not here to live someone else's idea of a meaningful life. You're here to create your own. And you have the power right now to stop chasing success like it's an obligation and start living it like it's your dream. You don't owe anyone a version of success that empties your spirit just to impress the world. You owe it to yourself to choose a life that feels honest, exciting, and deeply aligned with who you really are. And if that definition of success changes tomorrow, that's not a mistake, it's evolution. That's growth. That's what being alive is all about. This is your permission slip, not that you ever needed one, to stop performing. To start pursuing success that feels like freedom, not pressure. It's your dream, not your duty. Chase it because it moves you, build it because it matters to you. And when you do, not only will you find success, you'll find yourself. And that, more than anything else, is the real win. Thank you.